Welcome to the Wally Show Precast, as always, streaming live on Facebook, and you can check it out on YouTube as well. Some stuff to get to that we did not get to on the show today. We did not get to everybody's hashtags or a news story, so let's start with news first.
Oh,
and then
wow, before birthdays even.
Right out of the gate with you.
All right. Well, this year the hottest toys for Christmas were obviously the Hatchimals, but also the NES Classic. That was a thing that a lot of people were trying to get. Our friend Rebe, who does Blog Report even, made herself sick almost trying to get one for her boyfriend for Christmas. Do you remember that? She
That's
drove
crazy.
to
She
different
felt like she had to
stores.
buy his love.
No, that's not
and
what
then
she was
didn't he
doing.
end up buying one himself
Then he
anyway?
got one himself. He won one. He won one, and
no
then
way.
I think she ended up getting one. It was this
Oh,
whole
really?
It was this whole thing.
They have an extra one? I wouldn't mind buying one.
She kept it for herself.
Oh, Reeves.
But they were the hot commodity. Well, earlier this month, I didn't know this, but Nintendo apparently discontinued them. So after Christmas, they're like, that's it.
Really?
We're done. Until today, it was just announced that Best Buy is going to have a small stock of them. So there might be another mad dash. I haven't seen anything on the news yet, but there might have been a mad dash on the Best Buy stores.
But a good heads up, check your Best Buy store. I wonder if they have them online too, or if it's just in store.
Just in store.
Okay, so you actually have to go to the store. That freaks people out.
Old school.
Yeah, I know.
What is this, 1997?
I love going to Best Buy because you can actually touch things and try things out, but then a lot of times you end up buying online. I have a theory that Target disables the internet in their stores.
Yes, it's very difficult.
Yeah, because when you get past the checkout aisle, you cannot get online. And I think they jack with it so that you can't be price shopping.
They do have Wi-Fi, though, for free that you can jump on, but it's even hard to stay connected.
Yeah, I don't understand that. Somebody had told me that if you go in and you are open your browser or whatever and you walk in, it'll stay more often than not.
But that can't be real because they have their cart app, and you have to use that to get discounts on
Yeah, I
things.
use that all the time. And I think it's federally illegal to monkey with wireless jamming and stuff like that.
Let's not question Target. They're a magical playground for
I don't
all
know.
of your wildest dreams.
It
to
does
come
not
true.
matter what Target I am in. If I am back in any section, like the bike section, pretending like I'm going to get a bike and try to exercise, or if I'm in the exercise thing, looking at barbells, trying to
When
look
does
tough.
that ever happen?
I make a pass every time. We all have our Target routes, don't we? Do you have you have your route that you go in and you go the same way every time?
I always take the same routes in stores, and it's very efficient, and it gets you to all the aisles and needed. I hate it when you just wander.
Yeah, and I know what I'm going to look for all the time. I very rarely just walk into a store to go, oh, let's go look at a store.
I do that with Anna when I'm just trying to kill time.
Oh, that I understand. Yeah, when you're babies. No, sorry. When you're watching your child. Sorry, I know, hot button.
When it's bad weather outside and the only place to go in town indoors is Target. Yeah,
I get that. So yeah, I don't know how they do that, but anyway. So Best Buy is your ticket today if you maybe want to try and pick up an NES.
So the last final run of them.
That's crazy. I'm surprised they ran out. All right, let's get to some birthdays here. Hey, my Wally. Hey, Wally. My name is Sasha. I'm 27 years old today. I am a longtime potty, and I'm that original tar head. I don't know what that is. So my question for you is, what is something from your childhood that you wish would come back? Mine was Dunkaroos, is what she's saying.
Oh, I love Dunkaroos.
I don't remember those.
No nutritional value. My mom never let me buy them.
What?
Because it's just frosting and cookies.
I know, it's terrible. It's like, when you get those pretzels and then there's a little thing of cheese on the side.
Yeah.
It's like that, but cookies and icing.
Oh, ooh, that's
it's
good
wonderful.
stuff.
So
You can
fantastic.
actually still get them. There's a news flash at Dollar General. That's the only place I've
they're
found.
all
And they are from the 80s.
They're so good. They have chocolate and vanilla.
There's you can still get these. I just don't see them all the time. Places is Fun Dip. Did you ever
the
Fun
powder
Dip is
with the
everywhere.
white stick and you dip it
You
in
dip
there?
the sugar stick into the sugar to
Yeah.
get more sugar.
It
Yes.
makes me sick just thinking about it.
It's delightful. But people judge you as an adult for eating those. But those are good. Trying to think as a kid thing. What do you miss from being a kid? Tang.
Playing with friends and
got
no
it.
responsibility.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Can we
Yeah,
bring
just
that
those to
back? An
pay.
allowance.
Summers.
Yeah,
Summers
summers.
free of responsibility and just riding your bike down the street and
But
splashing through puddles.
Don't you remember being stressed out as all get out as a kid though?
Oh, yeah.
I remember times getting on the bus and realizing I had forgot my assignment. and my world felt like it was gonna implode on me. Like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna fail, and I'm never gonna get out of 6th grade, and I'm gonna get stuck. Like I remember the stress of that, and now looking back on it as an adult, it's like it's not a big deal.
I remember I had so much work once in 4th grade. I stayed home from school so I could get caught up.
Oh my goodness!
Like as a 4th grader,
That's ridiculous.
it was a bogus assignment. We had to color all 50 flags. Like we had to draw them on 50 pieces, whole page things.
Oh my goodness!
I'm like, this is stupid. It's not teaching me anything. It wasn't for art. Like, it was so dumb.
I do think that schools put too much pressure. Like, when I was growing up, even, like, put too much pressure on certain things because they're like, well, you got to do well in high school. You got to get into a good college. And I know that they're trying to motivate kids to care. But sometimes, like, especially for me, I think I took that to the extreme sometimes and made myself sick over, like, oh my gosh, I got an A-. I'm never going to college.
This is going on your permanent record.
Yeah.
Yeah, my high school scared me out of going to college. So here, let's get on with some of these because we are running short of time today. This is one from Joshua. He says, I don't have a birthday, but I do have a question. My prom is Saturday. I'm really excited. I just have no clue what to expect. If it's not too much to ask, I was wondering if you guys could give me any tips. Yes, actually go dance. Because so many times at proms, like, no one wants to dance. From what I heard, my school did banquets. And like, there's always, like, that awkward thing where no one wants to be the first out. Be the first out and just own it. That would be my advice. And
that what
dance,
you did?
dance like nobody's watching.
Yes, you did.
Yes, that's what I always
Honest,
do.
truthful.
Still do it. No, I didn't. We didn't have proms at mine. Did anybody have a prom?
No.
We didn't, but I went to Joey's prom.
Okay, Zach, you had a
I'm
prom.
the only one who went to prom.
You're
Did
the
you go
only
to
one that went to public school.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
crazy. Yeah.
I forgot about that.
I was a king candidate. Thank you very much.
Nice.
I
I
was
was
on
the pity
homecoming
vote.
court
Nice.
for home. Yeah. I don't
Betty?
see- there
Just
are
an
only
honor to be
3 girls.
nominated,
Yeah,
right?
I was on.
We all were.
I
Class
was
of
up for a homecoming queen
Were you really?
Nice.
Wow.
and voted most friendly.
Wow. So the only one in high school to never be recognized for their beauty of any sort, ironically, was me.
Wally, let's
Why is
break
that
this,
ironic?
Because I'm beautiful.
Oh,
Let's break this down to make you feel better. So our homecoming queen court, there were 4 of us in the class.
Yes.
Only one guy, so he was the king nominee, and he
I wish
won
I had
king.
gone to that school.
And then 3 girls, and so all 3 of us were on
I
court.
can't believe you went to a school with 4 people in it. That's
and
not a school.
But I ended up as the second runner-up for homecoming queen.
That's so
which means
funny.
last place.
Oh.
Because you have your winner
Yeah.
and your first runner-up.
Yeah.
Why was that? Do you think you weren't
I
Finish that sentence for me real quick.
popular?
Okay.
no,
But I can't imagine how you couldn't be when there's only 4 people.
yeah. Someone just didn't know me.
Yeah.
How did this work?
I kind of last minute had tried to start a campaign for like one of the unpopular girls.
Yeah.
I don't know if it worked or not. That's what I tell myself is that
Yeah.
well, she got the votes I would
Because
have
of
gotten.
you. But
Did
yeah,
she win?
you
Oh,
vote
you were
you.
so insecure. You were like, I need to have a mechanism.
Possibly.
To
Oh, she's
shift.
trying to make herself look good by helping
And wait-
others, and it still
Fascinating.
backfired.
Help me with the math on this, Zach, because like you're so much better at math than I am. If you can't vote for yourself,
The whole high school votes.
oh, okay. Because I'm like,
so
there's only
like 10 kids voting.
yeah. Because I'm like, there's only 4 of you. How do you even determine a winner?
Only
you
the
know?
4 of us voted for class president though, and guess who won?
That
was unanimous.
Nice.
And I was class chaplain.
Won the job no one else
Nice.
wanted to do.
Chaplain. What
Yeah.
does that mean? You
I-
just give
the holy one.
gospel
Yes.
lectures to
Encouragement.
people?
Yes.
Okay.
No.
Do you have any of those on tape?
Oh, I'd love to hear that. Oh my goodness! Like, cause like if you were homeschooled, it'd be like, okay, I was homeschooled, I get it, or I was in a homeschool co-op. But like, you literally say, I went to a school with 4 people in my class. That
we were
is
the smallest
crazy.
class.
How did you get into college? Like, did they not know
She was
what
in
that?
the top 4 in her class.
I
That's
was
very impressive.
valedictorian. Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
That's
With
fantastic.
what? Like, how,
3.3.
Oh.
I didn't try it all in high school, and then in college I had a
Funny.
3.8. So
The girl who won valedictorian in Haley's class, Haley came in, I think, 4th in class in her class.
That's great.
And the girl who won valedictorian has like a 4.4 or something
Yeah.
like
Oh,
that.
my word.
It's
Whoa.
She's taking Mandarin and stuff like on her own. You know, just
Wow.
it's like good for
crazy.
you. You deserve that.
Yeah, oh yeah. And it's funny because no one, like everyone is scared about what her speech is going to be because she's very socially awkward. And I cannot wait. Like I'm the only person that's like, I cannot wait for this is the only valedictorian speech I've ever wanted to hear in my entire life. Because this girl, like when you talk to her, it's so smart. So that's why I cannot wait to see what this looks like.
wow.
I had to speak at my commencement, and like me and another class officer had to. and we so didn't care. Like we were literally picking out a poem to read on the way to graduation from like this book of like it was
Really?
so bad.
You didn't put any thought into it?
Zero.
I would have thought you would have.
No,
Finally,
I didn't care.
The people hear you.
No.
And you're not just a beautiful face on the homecoming course.
Because I've been to enough graduations at that point to know like how little you want to hear from anyone on stage.
Yeah, keep
So
it
was
short.
Like 30 seconds and we're done.
I remember my college commencement, the speaker, and it was like a well-known speaker too, and he said, I know that you're not going to remember your commencement thing. The only thing you'll remember is this video. And he showed this video of a dog running into the wall.
Oh, that's funny.
He was
And
right.
that's all I remember. Don't know what he talked about.
One of the best commencement speeches was flying around YouTube a few years ago. I think you could probably Google it. It's like, "You are not special," and it's this teacher saying to all these kids, "You are not special, no matter what your mom has told you a million times." And he goes through all the. He's a great speaker and uses all these awesome adjectives. But the whole point is, life is not fair, and you're not going to be treated fair. And just because you got a trophy for everything you did doesn't mean you're going to be successful.
Wow.
It's fantastic.
Someone is bitter towards the millennials.
Oh no, I just absolutely love that speech because it was truth. And so, yeah, you can check that out. It's pretty funny. All right, and finally here, birthday shout out. Happy birthday from my mom, Melissa. She is a year younger than the age that Becca, Betty, and Zach say you are. So that's good. So she's 49.
So she's...
You guys say I'm 50, but she's 49. And I'm still only 48 for the record. I've not even turned 49. I turned 49.
48.
No, I turned 49 in August. I'm serious,
The
I think.
greatest was we were doing some segment last week, and Zach goes, "Yeah, and you're 50," and you're like, "I know."
Yeah. It just proves the show. If you tell a lie long enough, it becomes truth.
Yeah.
When do we switch over to 60? That's what I want to know.
Yeah,
Is
no.
this year for the birthday?
Yeah, sure.
One more year?
Some days I feel like it. The question is, if you were a food lover like I am, I was wondering, what is your favorite dessert and your favorite place to get dessert? Oh, I do love dessert. We went to a place called West Shore Pizza twice in one weekend this weekend. That could have been my other hashtag.
Where's that?
It's up in Nashville, or no, it's in Brentwood, near Music Row, but all the record companies. It's where the crazy guy used to. There used to be a place called Johnny's Pizza or something up there, and the guy would yell at you like the soup Nazi if you didn't have your order right at lunch. It was so stressful, and he's not there anymore. Weird. But they took over that, and so we went there on Friday night, and they brought food in for pledge drive before, so I wanted to try it. So we had a pizza that was fantastic, and then we had a Philly cheesesteak, which was fantastic.
That was really good.
Yeah, and so the other day we were coming back from Lipscomb after seeing that play, and we were like, well, where do you want to go? And Marty was like, I had a bite of your cheesesteak. It was pretty good. All right, let's go. So we went back to that place and had cheesesteaks, but they have this thing called Zappolis, and they're little bites of dough, hot and in powdered sugar. They're like beignets from New Orleans.
Donut holes.
Oh, no, dude, way better. Totally different. You don't even say donut hole in the same breath as Zappoli. Like, it's awesome. So that was that.
So how's that diet going?
Oh, yeah, not so good actually. It's a bad weekend. I had the light Philly cheese sandwich.
Oh, okay.
Yes, with just provolone and mayo, no peppers.
I think if it comes to dessert,
Wait.
What?
We're supposed to applaud the fact that you left off the ingredient that's probably literally 10 calories.
Yeah, I left the peppers off.
Oh, good job.
Hero status.
For dessert, I think mine's going to sound ridiculous, but I really like those lava cakes at Chili's. Oh my gosh, I didn't know y'all liked them so much.
They're good.
Awesome.
They're like they just took them out of the oven and then they melt that ice
And you
cream
just
on top.
tap into it and it's
I
like,
can't. Yeah.
that is one of my favorites. Also, I
so
love a
good.
good creme brulee. Like, it's old school.
Oh,
but
yes.
I
I
like
like
a good
making creme brulee, and it's so yummy. On the cruises, like I know Carnival did it, and I think Royal did it too, and I'm hoping that Holland does because we're going on the Alaska cruise. Every night on the Carnival cruise, I got a molten lava cake, and I'm hoping that that's the case for you. If you love those things on the
so
Alaska,
You can
cruise.
request 2 or 3 if you want. They don't tell you that, but you can. I'll take 4, please.
Yeah, they have to bring you whatever you ask for. It is fantastic.
They have gluten-free ones that are better, but you have to like arrange that ahead of time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did not know that.
Anyway.
That's boring.
Mark,
What about you? Dessert
Gluten free always pulls everything down. Like,
The first thing that popped in my mind for dessert is one that I haven't tried yet. It's at a place called Uncle Julio's.
Yeah.
They do a dessert pinata.
oh yeah.
It's $25, which is why I've never done it. Also, I've only been there once, but it comes out this like foot tall chocolate shell, and they give you a stick, and you have to hit it, and then when you hit it, like churros and fruit and all kinds of magical stuff falls out of it.
That sounds awesome.
Just sounds like a fun experience.
Yeah, that would be great. That's like at Tito's where they sing happy birthday to you and then they hit you in the face with whipped cream. Like, just making it
Ooh,
different.
I changed my mind.
What?
Melting pot. Get
Oh,
that
so
thing
good.
full of melted chocolate.
Oh,
and
fondue,
you,
yeah.
And you get the marshmallows
And strawberry.
and the cake and
Someone
so
complains about
good.
melting pot here, but you're right on point.
Yeah, you don't get a good enough value. You
Oh,
don't.
it's expensive.
Oh no, I know it's
It's
expensive,
ridiculous.
and
It's ridiculous.
you're not full. When you leave there, you're like, okay, well, you guys want to stop off and get a hamburger?
I've
at
never
McDonald's?
left there without being like, oh my
Really?
gosh.
I always feel way gorged.
No, they bring you 4 pieces of meat. They're like, here's your 4.
That's
because
because you don't eat any of the vegetables.
Right? Why would you waste time on vegetables when you're a carnivore?
You don't even eat the potatoes?
No.
Or the bread?
I'll try the bread, but it's like
the
bring
bread
me the
and
meat.
the cheese.
Oh
dip.
my
I
gosh.
can't.
So
good.
good.
No,
The
see, I don't like-
broccoli and the bread.
That's on
and-
you.
I don't like
So
cheese
good.
dip.
Yep, that's your fault.
Yeah, no.
I might pick the cheese over the chocolate.
The cheese
No.
is good. It is
So
so
good.
good.
Oh
It's
no,
so good.
no. Whew. All right, I think that it
I'm
needs
hungry.
to do. I know. Well, we would go to lunch, but we can't because we got to wait on Colton Dixon because we have an interview with Colton Dixon
We're
that
gonna do
we'll
my
be
hashtag.
playing back later. Yeah, okay, we can do that real quick.
Okay, hashtag reverse parenting.
Hashtag reverse parenting.
Mm.
Normally, you parent Hadley because you're not a mom yet, but then this time Hadley had to parent you and take you for a walk
No.
because you said your stomach's been off.
No.
I think you
Oh.
just what? I think you just realized that both mom and dad are the same spelled forward and backwards in reverse.
Nice.
Oh my
Why do I talk to you?
Is that a palindrome?
A palindrome, yeah,
Yes.
like race car or a man, a plan, a canal, Panama.
We don't care.
Anyway, Taco Cat. Yo, Nemo, toss Elastic to me now. Any more? Okay.
Homecoming court, you say? I know that's a callback from a long time ago in this, but wow.
Wow.
That's how he tried to get girls. That was
Yes.
his.
Yeah, and he didn't date anyone till he married his wife. So you see how that worked out.
I'm gonna say because you're taking care of Joey, that perhaps your mom or your dad or your in-laws got on your nerves, and you were like, "Listen here," and so the tables were turned. Reverse parenting.
The tables did turn with my own mother, but not in that way. It wasn't that extreme. So my mom came to visit me this weekend. She came to take me out to lunch, and she came up to visit with
Aw.
Joey for a little bit in his hospital room, which was great. So they live 2 hours away now, and so she texted me when she was leaving, and we originally were going to meet at the hospital, but with the timing, I called her and she didn't answer. And so I left a message. I was like, "Hey, let's just meet at the restaurant." Well, she never called back, so I get to the restaurant and I try to call her again, still no answer, goes to voicemail. I keep calling and calling, and she's still not answering. And so at this point, I'm kind of nervous.
Worried,
I'm
yeah.
kind of freaking out a little bit because my mom, even if it's heavy traffic, she'll be like, "Hey, it's bad traffic, I'll call you back." Like she's very good at communicating. And she has Bluetooth too, so it's not like she had to use her hands or anything. And so I'm like calling my dad. I'm like, "Hey, have you heard from Mom? Like, I can't get a hold of her. I don't know what's going on." I'm
This
like,
is
"Do you
the
have-
last thing
do you
I
have to find
need."
my iPhone? Do I need to call the police?" Like, I was seriously like, she's dead in a ditch somewhere.
Yeah.
Like, I swear. It turns out she had stopped at an outlet mall to go shopping.
Oh wow.
Didn't hear her phone that entire time. Like, had bought all these outfits. And so when she finally calls me back, I'm like, "Where have you been? I have been calling and calling, and you did not answer your phone.
I am going to ground you, Mom.
That's why you have your phone. You need to answer when I
Oh.
call." I was seriously panicked for her. But it's funny because all those times that my parents would be that way to me, I was always
Right.
like, "Oh, you're
I
being
know.
dramatic."
Yeah.
But then when it was her, I was like, "You
Yeah.
could have been dead in the ditch."
That
Yeah.
drives me crazy when my wife won't take her phone with her somewhere or she just doesn't hear it. And you're like, "Oh my goodness gracious." Like that drives me crazy, but I kind of understand it. She's not as attached to it. The one that gets me is Haley. Because Haley, like, I'll text her, and then when she doesn't text me right back, it sends me through the roof because I know that phone is in her pocket or in her hand. And if it was a Snapchat from somebody going, "Check out a picture of my bae," she'd be like, and she'd be all over it, you know? And so, like, that, like, sends me through the roof. And she doesn't understand it either. She's actually getting better at understanding it as she's gotten older. But it's like, I always want to know where you are for your sake.
Right.
So that if something, God forbid, were to go wrong, we can
But-
find
You
you
could Liam
quicker.
Neeson it
wait.
and
Yes.
Yeah, right. What are your texts even important?
Yes.
no.
Like,
You're
it's probably
right.
like,
No.
check out this Alaskan fucking show I'm watching, and then she doesn't text back, and you
No,
get mad.
my texts are very important because a lot of times it's usually about something that we're trying to orchestrate with her or find out, or where are
so
you
what
because
do
you
you
didn't
do
text.
when she doesn't text back?
Oh, I text multiple times and I call, and then when she doesn't, then I start hitting her friends up because that's always fun.
Oh my
So-
Lord.
But it's funny too. My mom's leaving the hospital. I'm like, text me when you get home, which always used to
Yeah.
annoy me as like a teenager.
Does
I do
anyone
that
else
too.
have tracking of the parent setup? Like
I
GPS
None of my
don't,
tracking?
but I
parents.
need
It's so
to
great.
apparently.
Yeah, it solves all those problems.
I don't do that for my parents. I have it for Haley and
Like,
Marty.
'cause we do it because we like to FaceTime a lot with Anna with them, and it's nice. I can look to see if they're at home, and if they're not at home, then you wait.
Mm.
But it's fantastic. And when they travel down, I can check their progress. All right, they'll be here in 4 hours. Here we go.
That'll be nice too, since my parents are retired now. Because sometimes they'll be like, "Oh yeah, we're in New Jersey." I'm like, "What?" Because
Right.
one of my brothers lives in New Jersey, so just to keep track of them, I need to keep track of them.
Yeah, you should.
It'd be risky though, because you're going to
Take her
see
cell
every
phone
other
away.
weekend they're hanging out with Dirk.
Yes.
You'll be like, ah!
They're there
They
so
weren't
much.
just up there.
Yeah, you
but
think they
he
moved.
had a new baby.
Keep
All right.
telling yourself that.
Yes.
But he had a new baby.
All right, I think that's going to have to do it for the precast here. So on with the podcast. Well, there you go. That's going to do it for the podcast today. And as always, thanks for being a potty. Boop, 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 boop.